How good. The boys got the chocolates. A great win in the final of the World Cup. That's now the 7th win for the Australians in World Cup history, and it's absolutely incredible. Something that, you won't really see happen from a lot of other countries, and you definitely would have expected India to win this one. They did come in the favourites, but we do know that if Australia can come out and play to their best, then they're definitely going to be able to beat any team in the world. And that was shown last night or overnight there, with India falling for 240, which is a little bit under par, very clearly here. Obviously, it took an incredible innings from Travis Head to get Australia over the line, helped out by Marnus, but it just showed that bowling first ended up being the right play, picking up those early few wickets and then not letting any of their batsmen get that massive score. And when Kohli got out, it did seem like they were in a lot of strife, and no one else was able to step up like they have in many of the other games here. And an incredible chase by the Australians. Them in the field, their bowling was absolutely terrific, and we'll kick off with that now. We're also going to go through the stats from all the guys from throughout the entirety of the tournament, and give my ratings on those players there as well. So Rohit Sharma obviously off to a great start. The catch from Travis Head, incredible, and it was exactly what was needed in this match to sort of slow them down, because they were going super fast. And the thing there, they end up at 3 for 80 off their first 10 overs. So scoring super quick, but losing the 3 wickets was very hurtful. And we saw that with the Australian innings, losing 3 early made it tough as well, but a massive partnership was the game changer here. So Kohli and Rahul doing a great job together to build a nice partnership before Kohli departed there, and Rahul continued on with a few of his other counterparts in Jadeja and Yadav there as well, but no one was able to make that big score. And that is the difference in these types of matches between the 240 and getting the 300 plus, which was needed. It wasn't a completely easy wicket, but it was like let's say an 8 out of 10 for batting, rather than a 9 or a 10 that some of these innings have been, that they're getting 380 plus and stuff like that. So I showed here that sort of the Aussies were able to take a few of those good catches, which takes off 20, 30, 40 runs, and then probably save 20 or so runs in the field through some cracking outfielding, especially from guys like David Warner, and obviously Travis Head and Marnus there in the infield. So did great on that front there. And the bowling standouts there was obviously Pat Cummins in this one, so really led from the front with his 10 overs for 34 runs, 2 wickets there. So we'll go through all of the bowling throughout the tournament, but Pat obviously dominated in this game, which is really good. And Zampa as well, the 10 overs, 1 for 44, and he was second in the wickets tally overall in this competition. So congrats to him. Him in 50 over matches at the moment has been absolutely incredible these last few years. So congrats to Zamps Zorba on that one. Starkey, another incredible tournament for him there. 3 for 55 to finish off this World Cup, and just adding to his wicket tally in World Cups there. Hazelwood, again, great to see him in full flight. Maxwell was getting used so much in this competition, obviously with the bat in there at number 6 there, and then also bowling plenty as well. So in this game, only the 6 overs in the end. They were able to get the full 10 out of their other 4 main bowlers, and then get a couple out of Mitch Marsh and Travis Head, who both did a great job keeping the runs low there on that front. So yeah, everyone just did their job, bowled in great spots, hit the deck hard, bowled a lot of short stuff, which really took a few of the Indian players out of their rhythm. You see there, it got Kohli in the end. Pat Cummins to get Virat was great on that front. For the Aussies, it started great. That first few overs, I was like, oh, we're going to do this easy. Warner then gets out to a wide one, and Mo Shami end up with the most wickets for the tournament. So well done to him after his 7 for last game to come out and pick up that early one here with Bumrah as well. So yeah, Marsh came out and started hitting plenty of boundaries as well, scoring a run of ball in the end. Travis Head was above that at the time. Warner obviously above that too. So started well, but losing 3 wickets there was the main issue. Marsh, getting out to his one. A little bit frustrating, obviously, on that one. Another wide one as well. Steve Smith getting LBW to Bumrah off that slower ball. To the light, watching it to the naked eye there, it looked like it was missing or outside off at least or something. And then you look at the replay and it's like, wow, this is not even, he ends up way outside off stump. So really strange that with 2 reviews that they didn't even use one. I don't even think they end up using any of their 2, so very strange that he didn't. And yeah, they were saying in commentary that if it was at a test match, he definitely would have. But in this case, he didn't for some weird reason. So I think from now on, maybe he's reviewed too many times and they haven't been overturned for him to be like, oh, he just out, like, or he felt out or something like that. So him and Head, I suppose, is partly to blame with that as well. He can come down and say, no, definitely review that one. But at the time, it was very worrying signs, being 3 for 47 very, very early in this matchup at the end of the 7th over there. So from that point on, obviously Travis Head got out with 2 runs to win. So almost a 200 partnership for both him and also Marnus. Was absolutely incredible. And Marnus kind of felt like he was going to be in and out of the team for the entirety of the tournament. Managed to keep his spot for this one. Thankfully for the team, for Australian fans, that he was able to be a part of that amazing partnership there. Travis Head is incredible to watch. Marnus did great with his 58 there as a supporting role. My main issue with the Indians in their fielding was the fact that they just allowed Marnus to get, and Head at times, but especially Marnus, someone who wasn't going to be super aggressive in his shot play and his shot making, just making sure that he gets down the other end and lets Travis Head hit as many balls that he can for boundaries. 15 fours and 4 sixes in this one. They just allowed, long off was back. They had the deep cover point. And I think for Marnus, you try to make him go over the top, get him out of his comfort zone. And they just allowed him to just turn the strike over. 1 every 2 balls. He's just over a strike rate of 50 there at 52.73. So I felt like that was a mistake. I think they could have promoted a little bit more of a risk because the way it was going, they were always going to get the runs. The run rate required was never high enough in this one. So yeah, that was the big pain there for them. But Travis Head 137 was incredible. I love watching him bat. He's so good. Him over the last few years has been absolutely incredible, and hats off to him. He absolutely deserves this. So glad that he was injured at the start of the tournament, that he ended up playing the 6 matches and did really, really well. A couple of hundreds in that. In all of those games there, and for the Australians to lose the first 2 games, we did, the last video we did was after that Indian match, the first one. And they didn't look great, to be honest with you. And then they didn't look too crash hot in the second game, and they really turned it around from there. So an incredible tournament from the Australians. And let's get into the individual stats now. So look at the batters there. And Dave Warner, a lot of people are against him. Absolutely led from the front, and he absolutely smashes one days, and especially World Cups over his career. It's a lot of matches now in World Cups where he has stepped up. So 11 innings for 535 runs. So a tick under a 50 average for Davey in this one, with a strike rate of 108, 24 sixes, 54. So definitely gets involved on that side of the ball and puts the pressure on the other team. Him and Mitch Marsh were 2 of the guys that really, really helped this squad out on a consistent basis. Obviously playing the 11 matches for Davey, 10 for Mitch Marsh there at a little bit over a 40 average for him, with 441 runs in his 10 innings. A great effort from him, and he's, again, continuing to go from strength to strength over the last couple of seasons. Glenn Maxwell, we know the 2 really big innings that he had, and a sort of a smaller one in there during his 9 innings, but 400 runs for him, obviously with that 2 not out to finish in that last game there. It just showed that he was able to play an important innings in that one where he got the double 100. So well done to him. Marnus, the 10 innings for 362. He did play his role at certain times and was very important. A bunch of 30s in there, but that 50 odd last night obviously is a bit of a supporting role. The only guy in this top 5 that's under 100 strike rate there, with Maxwell at 150 and Travis Head at 127. So incredible stuff there. 6 matches for Travis, 329 runs. So an awesome average there for him. In the 50s, did a great job, Travis Head. So, that's 5 of our players in the top 25 batsmen in the competition, and that's with Travis Head only playing the 6 games. So, boys led from the front. That's all guys from the top 6, and then obviously Steve Smith coming in at 31st. So, 10 innings for him at 302. Not, obviously not amazing. We know that he is better at test matches, but he did play his role at certain times and obviously get scoring runs last game. And sort of the last 3 in a row, scoring some decent runs there, which was helpful. Not as good at the start of the tournament, that's for sure. Inglis did his job in certain games, but he obviously would like a little bit more, whether it's Carey, whether it's Inglis. He was good with the gloves, helped out at certain points. So definitely a solid tournament for him. And then at certain times, obviously Pat Cummins, Mitch Starc coming in and being really helpful in certain moments. Stoinis didn't get to score as many runs as he would have liked in his 5 innings out there. But those 2 guys, Pat and Starkey, did their job. Green played the 3 games, got 63 runs, so not horrendous. And then Zampa had a really good innings at one point there as well, and Hazy didn't have to bat too much in that one. So yeah, very cool on that front. Then we go to Adam Zampa, as we said there, with his amount of games he played being the full allotment of 11 and coming second in the most wickets, with Shami coming in at first in that one with 23. You can see here the four main bowlers, 23, 16, 16 for both Hazlewood and Stark, 15 for Pat Cummins there. They were able to absolutely dominate this one, and we'll have a look at the averages while we're there as well. And a 22 average with a 5.5 or just under 5.5 economy for Zampa is really solid for a leg spinner, especially. Hazlewood was under 5 and over, so average there isn't incredible. Obviously, they bowled plenty of overs, but they were able to take important wickets at the right time, which is really, really cool. So those guys in there with that one. Maxwell took his 6 wickets, and then guys like Mitch Marston, a couple of the times that he bowled. Travis had a couple of important wickets in that semi-final as well. So yeah, I suppose the big thing there is that our top 4 came out and delivered. Our top 6, apart from Steve Smith, really, in the batting, came out and they delivered. No one was really poor by any stretch. Like Smithy was just okay. Our top 4 bowlers were all exceptional, and that's how you win a competition. So very, very cool. I think this is going to lead us nicely into the Test series is coming up, and for the guys that aren't playing in the Test series, into their Big Bash squads, and give them a lot of confidence in sort of the mid-tier games. They got the T20, the 50 over in the middle, and then the longer form as well. I think it's going to give them some confidence in both of those. In both those types of formats, I think, as well. And you see here the championships in 1987, 99, 2003, 07, 2015, and now in 2023. So very exciting that we're not going too many years in a row without a championship. So we're missing one in between 2007 and 2015, and then missing one in 2019 as well. So yeah, really, really cool that it was 2 years three in a row, 99, 2003, 2007, and even before that there wasn't a big gap either. So absolutely dominant, the Australians at this point, and obviously 2 runner-ups in that as well. So congratulations to the Australian players. I hope they they are currently celebrating well, if they're not asleep at this point. But a well-deserved, incredible effort to have Zampa second in wickets, Hazlewood 10th, Starkey in 12th, and then Pat Cummins in 17th, playing a really pivotal role in the final. Well captained by him. They had clear plans to the Indians for the most part. Overall, an incredible effort, and we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching this one and showing interest in the Australian cricket team, and we'll get into a lot more of the Big Bash content as we come closer to it. See you guys.